Chapter 9: The Battle at Yellow Wind Ridge, a test of faith and unity. As the summer heat bore down upon them, the trio, Sanzang, the wise and pious monk, Wukong, the mischievous yet courageous monkey, and the gluttonous but endearing pig, came upon a humble cottage by the roadside. The setting sun cast a fiery glow as it dipped behind the western hills, while the moon rose from the eastern sea, its light as cold and pure as ice. It was a scene of ethereal beauty that belied the trials ahead. Sanzang, ever the gentleman, sought permission from the elderly occupant of the cottage to spend the night under his roof. The old man, however, was less than hospitable. He dismissed the very idea of their journey, suggesting they seek scriptures in the eastern heaven rather than the western. This perplexed Sanzang, who knew well that their destination lay to the west, as decreed by the Bodhisattva. Monkey, with his fiery spirit and quick temper, could not tolerate such discourtesy. He confronted the old man, his voice as thunderous as his appearance was fearsome. The old man, startled by Monkey's visage, likened him to a thunder god with red eyes. But Monkey, with a chuckle that held no mirth, retorted that appearances could be deceiving. He was no demon, but a protector, a disciple on a sacred quest. The old man, intrigued by Monkey's bold claim, inquired about his origins. Monkey recounted his tale, from his birth in the water-curtained cave on the mountain of flowers and fruit, to his rebellion against the heavenly palace, and finally, his redemption through the path of Buddhism. He spoke of his powers, his ability to subdue monsters and demons, and his unwavering commitment to their journey to the west. As the night deepened, the old man's family returned from their labors in the fields. Their arrival was met with the sight of the strange trio, and fear gripped their hearts. Pig's less than inviting visage sent them fleeing in terror. Sanzang, ever the peacemaker, reassured them of their benign intentions, and with time, the family's fear subsided. The night passed with the monks offered a modest meal and a place to rest. The old man, despite his initial reluctance, proved a gracious host. He shared tales of the Yellow Wind Ridge, warning them of the dangers that lurked in the mountain's shadows. The mention of the Yellow Wind King, a fearsome entity who ruled the ridge, sent a chill down their spines. Dawn brought with it the resolve to continue their journey. With gratitude, they bid the old man farewell, promising to seek refuge at his home should misfortune befall them. As they set off, the weight of the old man's words hung heavy in their minds. The Yellow Wind Ridge stood before them, a formidable barrier. Its peaks touched the heavens, and its valleys seemed to reach the very depths of the underworld. The sight was at once awe-inspiring and daunting. As they traversed the mountain paths, a sudden whirlwind arose, its force unnatural and menacing. Sanzang, ever the voice of caution, warned of its evil nature. Monkey, ever the bravado, dismissed the wind as mere weather, but Sanzang's words painted a different picture. The wind howled with a ferocity that bespoke not the hand of nature, but of something sinister. As the wind's fury escalated, it became clear that this was no ordinary storm. Before they could seek shelter, a ferocious striped tiger leapt from the undergrowth, its eyes blazing with malice. Sanzang, in his fear, tumbled from his steed, landing in a heap by the roadside. Pig, ever the valiant, charged at the beast, his rake at the ready. But this was no ordinary tiger. As it stood on its hind legs, it shed its skin to reveal a monstrous form, its true nature revealed. The creature proclaimed itself the commander of the vanguard for the great Yellow Wind King, sent to patrol the mountain and capture mortals for his master's feasting. Pig, undeterred, challenged the monster, his loyalty to Sanzang and his mission unwavering. The two engaged in a fierce battle, their weapons clashing in a cacophony of violence. Monkey, seeing Pig in combat, sprang into action, his iron cudgel a blur of motion. The monster, cornered and desperate, used its cunning to escape, employing the golden cicada shedding its skin trick. But Monkey and Pig were not easily fooled. As they chased the monster, they discovered their mistake too late. Sanzang was nowhere to be found. Panic set in as they realized the monster had captured their master, taking him to the heart of the Yellow Wind Ridge. With heavy hearts, they vowed to rescue Sanzang, no matter the cost. The two disciples, united in their purpose, ventured deeper into the mountain, their eyes set on the formidable Yellow Wind Cave. Monkey, ever the strategizer, instructed Pig to guard their belongings while he confronted the monsters. With his cudgel in hand, he approached the cave, his presence demanding attention. The Yellow Wind monster sent the Tiger of the Vanguard to deal with the intruder. The tiger, confident in his abilities, marched out to face Monkey, his bronze swords gleaming with intent. But Monkey, with his iron cudgel, was a force to be reckoned with. The battle that ensued was a clash of titans. The tiger, with his winds and tricks, was no match for Monkey's raw power and cunning. The fight raged on, each combatant displaying their prowess. In the end, Pig plants his foot on the back of a monstrous creature, wielding a rake with both hands to smite the beast. This act of valor is witnessed by none other than the crafty and nimble Monkey, who, upon seeing his fellow disciples' bravery, is filled with delight. As Monkey approaches the lair of the evil spirits, he is met with a formidable sight. The old fiend, leader of the malevolent creatures, dons his golden armor, a sight to behold with its gleaming helmet and golden mail reflecting the sun's rays. With a pheasant's tail floating above his helmet and a pale goose-yellow silk robe over his armor, the fiend cuts an imposing figure. Armed with a sharp steel trident, he emerges from his cave with a martial dignity that rivals even the legendary little sage Erlang. The confrontation between Monkey and the old fiend is nothing short of epic. Their battle is described with vivid detail, a dance of death and skill as they exchange blows with their respective weapons. The clash of the trident and the cudgel is a spectacle of martial prowess, each seeking to best the other in a duel that rages on for 30 rounds without resolution. In a twist of fate, Monkey employs his extra body trick, creating 100 duplicates of himself, each wielding an iron cudgel, to surround and overwhelm the monster. But the fiend retaliates with a trick of his own, summoning a yellow hurricane of such ferocity that it alters the very fabric of the natural world. The wind is described as a force so powerful that it uproots trees, topples mountains, and even affects the celestial realm, causing chaos among the gods and spirits. Monkey, despite his immense power, is forced to retreat from the battle, his eyes sore and streaming from the effects of the divine Samadhi wind. He and Pig seek shelter for the night, finding solace in a farmhouse that appears in the wilderness. Here, they are greeted by an old man who, after initial suspicion, offers them hospitality and a remedy for Monkey's ailment in the form of a 3-flower 9-seed ointment. The following morning, Monkey awakens to find that the farmhouse was but an illusion, a magical creation by the revealers of the truth, who have been secretly protecting Sanzang as part of their divine mission. The realization that they were aided by unseen forces fills Monkey with renewed hope and determination. In the guise of a mosquito, Monkey infiltrates the cave of the monsters once more, discovering the forlorn figure of Sanzang tied to a wind-settling stake. The Tang priest's tears flow freely at the sight of his loyal disciple, but Monkey reassures him with words of hope and a promise of imminent rescue. Returning to Pig, Monkey shares the news that he has located their master and learned of a potential savior, the Bodhisattva Lingji, who resides on Little Mount Simur. With haste, Monkey sets off to seek the Bodhisattva's assistance, covering the vast distance in mere moments with his cloud somersaulting abilities. Upon reaching the holy monastery on Little Mount Sumeru, Monkey is received by a lay brother who conveys his message to the Bodhisattva Lingji. The Bodhisattva, understanding the gravity of the situation, agrees to help, and together, they return to the Yellow Wind Mountain. The climactic battle ensues as Monkey lures the old fiend out of his cave. Just as the monster is about to unleash his deadly wind, the Bodhisattva Lingji intervenes, using the flying dragon staff to subdue the creature. The staff transforms into an 8-clawed golden dragon that captures the monster, revealing his true form as a brown marten. The Bodhisattva explains that the marten was once a practitioner beneath the Vulture Peak, who stole pure oil from a crystal lamp and fled in fear. For his transgressions, the marten was exiled to live in seclusion on the Yellow Wind Mountain, under the watch of the Bodhisattva. Now, for his capture of Sanzang and his intent to commit murder, the marten must face the Buddha's judgment. With Sanzang freed, the trio prepares a meal from the cave's provisions and sets off again. As they ponder their next move, a fearsome evil spirit emerges from the river's depths, foreshadowing the trials that await them in the forthcoming journey. If you want to know what happened afterwards, listen to the explanation in the next installment.